Hi everybody, and it's Danny for the News Cartridge for Monday, September 28th, 2015. Couple of corrections before we get started today. The Call of Duty Black Ops 3 lacking a single player only applies to the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions, as well as I also said LEGO Dimension was going to come out on Saturday, but it actually released on Sunday instead. So today's top story is that Rainbow Six Siege will be at 1080p on Sony's PlayStation 4, but only 900p on Xbox One. However, they're both going to be at 60 FPS, or they report to be at 60 FPS anyway. The developer was aiming at the higher frame rate over putting more things on the screen, which ultimately was what the resolution will do for you. However, when it just comes to the Xbox One hardware, it just doesn't have the same processing power as the PlayStation 4. So just like many other titles like Watch Dogs, they're just going to have to deal with this one being at a lower resolution. Perhaps in the future, when Xbox One actually gets their big update and goes to DirectX 12, and there's actually DirectX 12 games being made, this may stop and they won't have to deal with it anymore. But PC will have the usual options of running at 1080p 60, 720p or lower resolutions and even lower frame rates, or even higher than 1080p 60 if your hardware system can handle it. Other good news for today is that today was actually supposed to be the last day of the Rainbow Six Siege beta, but it has been extended for 3 days due to some people's codes just not working properly. So enjoy the beta all the way until October 1st, and don't forget that the game officially launches on December 1st. I am a huge fan of Portal 2, and I've also been playing with LEGO since I was a wee little kid. LEGO Dimensions launched yesterday, and along with the base set, a Portal theme pack was also available with 3 characters that will let you play a Portal adventure for LEGO Dimensions. I recommend that you watch the trailer for yourself. It's got some of the usual Portal humor and features Stephen Merchant, actually, the original voice of Wheatley. I love Stephen Merchant. I actually knew him I knew of his stuff before Portal 2. Yeah, he's great. There's a link to it down in the description below because I totally recommend it, but only after you're done watching my show, okay? It's currently available at your local toy store for $29.99 US, which is roughly 27 euros or 20 British pounds. CD Projekt Red's game The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt has finished having all of its free DLC released about a month ago, and since then there haven't been any changes made to the game. According to a post by the developer on their forum, a 1.09 patch is set to come out sometime before their expansion Heart of Stone releases on October 13th. The patch is said to bring performance enhancements, especially for the PS4, as well as a bunch of bug fixes. Look forward to this patch within the next week or so, I'd say 10 days at most, and stay tuned for more information on The Witcher 3. For today's final story, and I hope to not do this very much, but to be honest with you, it's a very slow news day. It's Monday, and I'm completely aware of what I'm doing, though. Don't get me wrong. I want to give my own flavor on this channel, one that you won't get on other channels. So let's cover this my way. A lot of my usual sources have been covering the fact that Fallout 4 will not have platform-exclusive DLC. And I think this is great news. But I also think that this isn't news. I don't think it's news, or it shouldn't be news at all, in my opinion. It should just be standard that all platforms don't have exclusive DLC, that it doesn't exist. Having platform exclusive DLC just alienates players, either by feeling as though that they need to buy both consoles and then 2 copies of the game, costing them $700 plus US for the systems, and then $120 plus tax for the games, and then the cost of the DLC per system in order to feel like they get their full experience. Or they feel as though they don't get everything that their friends got and their experience is incomplete. Or that they have to wait for the timed exclusive to just expire. And then the game, they might not have any interest in playing it anymore. Either way, it's just not good for gamers. I've gotten used to DLC myself. I think if people want to buy hats, go ahead and buy hats. Sometimes I maybe want to buy a hat. And also if you treat it like an expansion like The Witcher 3's DLC coming out soon, that's fine too. But platform exclusive DLC is just something I will never get used to, and just something that I hope just goes away. That brings us to tomorrow game releases. For PC, we have Toto Template Deluxe, 80 Days, Astro Lords, which is actually in Russian only, Lift It, Jotun, Hypership Out of Control, Might and Magic Heroes 7, NBA 2K16, Samurai Warriors 4 2, Mighty Gunvolt, The Bizarre Creations of Keith the Magnificent, Arcana Heart 3 Love Max! Exclamation, 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 Dino Run DX, and Fallout Anthology. For PlayStation 3, we have Samurai Warriors 4 2. For PlayStation 4, we have Dungeon Defenders 2, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, NBA Live 16, Samurai Warriors 4 2, Prismatic Solid, and Toto Template Deluxe. For PlayStation Vita, we have Persona 4 Dancing All Night. For Samurai Warriors 4 2, and Farming Simulator 16. For Xbox One, we have Overlord, Fellowship of Evil, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, and NBA Live 16. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I will see you tomorrow. And why isn't Sean Connery allowed to play Mario Brothers anymore? Because he kept trying to shave the princess.